Dante's Divine Comedy, Inferno, Canto the Second. This one's going to be a little bit more of a backstory kind of canto.
So it's like kind of like a flashback?
Yeah, we'll see. Just a heads up that not much happens in this canto.
Okay.
So
he met Virgil after the animals and stuff. That's what I remember.
Dante was following Virgil into the woods. As they're on their way, Dante suddenly stops. He's thinking about it. He's double thinking it. And he says to Virgil, are you sure I'm even worthy of this? I know you wrote a story in which Aeneas went on this trip, and I know St. Paul did this thing too, but I'm not as cool as those guys. He's really starting to second guess himself, and he starts thinking maybe this isn't a trip he should go on, that he's not worthy of something like this. Virgil's like, dude, look, I can tell you're a little bit scared. Tell you what, I'll tell you why I came. I was hanging out in Limbo when a woman came to me who was so beautiful, I wanted to do whatever she asked me to do.
Relatable. Except women don't just approach me. So that's it.
half relatable.
Half relatable.
She says, I've got a friend in the living world. Rumor in heaven has it that he's lost, and I'm actually afraid that I'm late. But if I'm not too late, please go help him. I'm Beatrice, by the way, and when I go back to heaven, I'll tell everyone that you did me a favor.
It's another Over the Garden Wall reference.
A little bit, yeah. There's a line I want to read verbatim from the translation. So welcome is your command that to my sense, were it already fulfilled, it would yet seem tardy.
Ooh.
So he's basically saying, like, I want to do what you tell me so much that even if I did it immediately, I would seem late. Before I went, I asked, why do you care about this guy so much that you would leave heaven and walk all this way through hell? She says, first of all, I'm not scared of hell. I was made by God. This place doesn't bother me one bit.
A confident woman.
Well, she has confidence in her creator for sure. She says, secondly, the reason I'm sending you to get him is because Mary, yes, that Mary, is worried about him and told Lucia he was in trouble. Lucia is apparently some angel or some saint or something.
I wish I knew who Lucia was because I don't know who that is.
I'm going to be honest. I don't know who she is either. I think she was like a saint of light. Not sure if she was of any importance to the Catholic Church in any big regard.
Yeah, I'm not Catholic, so I wouldn't know.
Lucia came to me and Rachel and said, Beatrice, you should go help Dante. He's in big trouble. When I heard that, I came as fast as I could to come and get you to help me.
It makes me curious about the hierarchy of heaven. How does authority work? Because clearly those ladies will kind of talk to each other, and they sent Beatrice out to go get Virgil. And
they are breaking normal protocols. Permission has been given to do something extraordinary.
Interesting.
This isn't normally something that they would do, but for some reason that isn't quite revealed, they're being allowed to do something they normally don't do.
That seems like there's so much stuff going on behind the scenes that he doesn't really know about. In that sense, it kind of gives me Job vibes.
There's some heavenly mysteries going on here for sure. Virgil says at this point she turned to hide a tear. She was crying a little bit. She was starting to tear up and said, well, go on then. So Virgil says, I came, saved you from the wolf, and here we are. Now, how can you possibly think that you're not good enough to go on this journey when three of the most blessed ladies in heaven are all worried about you? At this, Dante is filled with warmth and confidence. He says, thank you so much for coming to get me so quickly. I am incredibly grateful. And then they continue, and that's where it leaves off. The end of Canto Second.